Justin Gaethje is going to quit mixed martial arts for good if Conor McGregor is given a title fight if he defeats Michael Chandler. Yes, that is the news. That is the story. That is the latest gripe from Justin Gaethje. Listen, I'm a huge fan of Justin Gaethje. He is the absolute man. What a fighter. What a performance that he had a couple of weeks ago, UFC London against Rafael Fiziev. Went out there, showed who probably is one of the best strikers in the UFC. Went out there, beat Rafael Fiziev at his own game. Rounds 2 and 3, took over the fight. The jabs, the uppercuts, everything was phenomenal. Even though there was a biased commentator at the helm. Put me in my place, didn't he? My word, my word. And you know what? Hey, listen, he wasn't happy, so fair play. And you know what? He's not happy again right now because the word on the street is that if Conor McGregor can go out there and beat Michael Chandler, then, well, he will get rewarded with a title fight. And he's speaking to ESPN this week. And he was asked a question. Would you quit? And here is what he said. He said, would I quit if Conor won and they gave him a title fight? Probably. That's how hurt I would be by the actions of the company that I represent. But that's out of my control. I just really hope that doesn't happen. We can imagine a lot of things, but there's a possibility that that's the scenario, which I will be devastated for sure. And you understand that Justin Gaethje has paid his dues. He's been around the UFC forever, and he is truly one of the elite and on the verge of a title fight. And let's remember, Justin Gaethje recently said as well, he's not going to be around too much longer. 1 or 2 more fights, become the champion, defend the belt a couple of times, and then he's going to retire and go do something else with his life. And thank you for the memories. All jokes aside, Justin, you're an absolute class act, and I love watching you fight. But of course, McGregor came back. And McGregor, listen, you know me. It's not every day I'm defending McGregor or jumping on his bandwagon or agreeing with anything or everything or anything at all in which he says, because the man's out of his mind these days in a kind of a good way, a very entertaining way. The voice notes are hilarious, especially when he's threatening me.
Do you want to go to war, man, yeah? Do you want to go to war? We'll go to war with you, yeah? Security, you little sausage, everything. Well, have security set you up. Where'd you stay when you're in Vegas again, pal? Little Apex fanny pad. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth in any type of threatening behaviour, or I'll walk through your front door. You up like uni, you little dope. You up the manx, yeah? Go back where you belong, you little clown. You little sprinter.
Hey, Mike. It's Connor here. Just getting on about that video. The last while I saw you didn't understand that I was simply acting. And I thought you would have known. Brother, all love, my man. God bless the show. God bless the fam. And God bless my man. Oh, yeah.
No, he is funny, threatening to kill Tom Aspinall as well. That's hilarious. But this time, McGregor's right on the money. He is. He comes back, he says, this brain-dead fool got a title shot of 1 single win, and it was versus Chandler. Yet he will quit and retire if I get the same thing. Classic Gaethje bird brain. Hashtag jackass. 2 title attempts, no wins. All right, look, listen, you know, as I say, McGregor's got a point because the reality is Justin Gaethje, as I say, sensational career, went out, became the interim lightweight champion when he defeated Tony Ferguson, El Kukui. What a performance that was. Then he lost a match against Khabib Nurmagomedov for the undisputed belt. Absolutely no shame in that. Khabib, in many people's eyes, is the GOAT. Then he came back. He fought Michael Chandler. Madison Square Garden, New York, I was there. What a fight that was. The bloody roof went off the building. It was one of the most entertaining fights that you will ever see. That's what you get from Chandler, and that's what you always get, of course, from Justin Gaethje as well. And because of that, he was then rewarded with a title fight again against Charles Oliveira. He went up against Charles Oliveira at UFC, where is it? 274, May 7th, 2022 in Arizona, Phoenix. One of the most exciting one-round fights you'll ever see. Both guys getting dropped. Oliveira gets dropped. Gaethje doesn't follow him down and then ultimately gets dropped himself and tapped out with a rear naked choke. No disrespect whatsoever. Didn't get the job done. But McGregor's right. McGregor is 100% on the money here. He got a title fight of 1 win over Chandler. So if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If it's good for Gaethje, then why can't it be good for McGregor? And especially when you combine the fact that, listen, Conor McGregor took this sport by storm. He became a 2-weight division champion, for crying out loud, okay? The man is an international, global megastar, one of the most famous people on the planet, by far and large, the biggest draw in the company. No one even comes close. And you put all that together, and then you beat the same guy that Gaethje got a title fight for, then, well, on this side of the fence, I've got to go with McGregor in this one. It is a 10-9 round for Conor McGregor, unfortunately, in this one. Well done, Conor. There you go. So Justin Gaethje, he's going to have to like it and lump it, unfortunately. However, Justin is right there. Justin is right there. And the next matchup that he wants, and Dustin Poirier said it makes sense, is, of course, against Dustin Poirier. He said, obviously, these guys have fought before. 2018, it was the fight of the year because, of course, anytime Justin steps in there, and Justin and Dustin, they mix up well. They even rhyme. But they fight their goddamn asses off. It was the fight of the year. But Gaethje said, I'm a much different, much more fighter now, as is Poirier. But I think we're two of the best in the world. Neither one of us have a fight lined up. So it's a no-brainer. It leads to big title discussions. I gave the new guys a chance, and they proved that they can't crack it yet with the experienced ones. At the end of the day, it comes down to their ability to fight a smart fight and not get too tired. And he's absolutely right. Justin did, by fighting Rafael Fiziev, gave one of the non-megastars of the lightweight division a chance to penetrate the top 5 and put themselves in line for a discussion of a title fight. But he couldn't get the job done. Fiziev was amazing, but Justin was better. Simple as that. And now you've got the same scenario. You got Charles Oliveira, you got Beneil Dariush, you got Conor, Chandler, Poirier, Islam, of course. Regarding Islam Makhachev, Justin Gaethje said this week, recently speaking with TMZ, he said, listen, I'm better these days. I'm not as good as a grappler than him, but I do believe that I can knock him out on the feet.
Yeah, I think it's a hard fight. Hard fight for anybody. Obviously, he's the champion for a reason. Just create damage. I would have to fight a perfect fight, similar to the fight that I just fought, similar to the fight that I fought against Tony Ferguson, where, I control space, and anytime they enter my space, I create damage. And that allows me the space that I need to perform. Obviously, a lot of grappling. I'm not going to become better at submission grappling than him right now, but the cardiovascular capacity that I would have to, gain to fight that fight comfortably would be, the primary focus. Absolutely. I think I can knock him out. I think I can knock anybody out, obviously, with the power that I possess.
And we know that Justin Gaethje has tremendous wrestling, and he uses that pretty much defensively. It's not often you see him use it offensively, but defensively, his wrestling is, of course, off the charts. And against Islam Makhachev, that would be a very, very interesting bout. It'd be interesting to see if Islam can take him down like Khabib did. So, lots and lots and lots to play for. But Chandler versus McGregor, that's going to go down later this year.
Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler will go head-to-head as the coaches of The Ultimate Fighter, Team McGregor versus Team Chandler.
Obviously, there's still some back and forths going on with McGregor and USADA, so we're still not sure when that fight is going to take place. But rest assured, Islam Makhachev wants Conor to win. Islam Makhachev wants the red panty night. Leon Edwards wants the red panty night, because you got to remember this. Listen, Justin at the moment is saying he would retire from mixed martial arts if Conor gets the title fight. We don't know if that's going to be at 155. Remember, the fight with Chandler right now is going down at 170. And if he has a great fight, if he gets the job done, he looks good, he's fast, all the rest of it. If he looks like the old Conor and knocks out Michael Chandler, well then, hey, I think that he goes for Leon Rocky Edwards. And we know for a fact Rocky Edwards is going to love that as well, because who doesn't want a red panty night? Who doesn't want to be a part of one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year and make millions and millions of dollars? Because that is what you get when you fight as the champion. You get a cut of the pay-per-view. You become a partner with the UFC. And hey, McGregor's the big star, and that's what he drives. So anyway, there's a bit of the drama in the lightweight division. What do you think? Is Justin correct? And I understand a lot of people say that McGregor gets given too many opportunities. Hey, the man fights, the man's exciting. Love him or hate him, he's one of the most exciting fighters, always puts on a show, always brings it, and of course, always brings those massive numbers. So you can't blame the company for doing that. And people want to see him. And the UFC put on the fights that people want to see. But is Justin right? Is Conor right? Should they all just shut up and fight each other? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Subscribe and ring the bell. I'll see you soon. Take care.